Hi guys, welcome to day 30 of our 30 days of minimalism and mom life tips. We're doing another how to make your mom life lighter project. This one is to lighten your meal cleanup and prep work, which, since you're doing that probably 3 times a day, if not more, is a big deal. So let's jump in. So in your house, if you're the main cook, are you doing all of the prep and all of the meal cleanup? Let's take a look. And then let's try to change that. First, list every single task you're doing. Are you fetching ingredients from the fridge and freezer, getting out the pots and pans, setting the table with the forks, knives, and spoons, especially with this person needs the baby one, this person needs the small spoon, this person can have the adult size. Are you filling up everyone's cups, getting down the adult plates and the child plates? Are you stirring the pot, tending the entree, doing the chopping of the veggies for your side, tearing up salad, microwaving some frozen veggies, getting out all the serving spoons, and then 11, dishing up everyone? That is a lot. And yeah, that's our normal. 11 different things, depending on how many sides and stuff you have. You might have more. Well, how about this? If you have any kids who are 5 and up, what about outsourcing the table setting, filling up people's cups, anyone who's got a plastic cup? What about cutting open a packet of baby carrots? Yes, kid scissors work just fine to cut open a packet of baby carrots, dumping it in and telling them they can dump it into your plastic Tupperware container and set it on the table. Do you maybe want to switch you and your husband to plastic cups and mugs at the table, plastic tumblers, so that you can tell your kids to just get down and fill things up? Or would you be just fine with your kids dealing with their siblings, and you will fill up your own, and you would really like to enjoy the grown-up glass cups, whichever. But if you reach some things down from a high shelf and other things you say, you know what, you are capable, I'm empowering you to get a stool and fetch it yourself. There's no reason why you have to do every single thing on that list. Yes, it's not a whole lot. Yes, it'll just take you 2 minutes to set the table and a minute to fill up everyone's glasses. But it's training them to help, and it is something less for you to do. Now, what about cleanup? Again, let's list out how many things you're doing. So, taking plates and cups to the dishwasher, making sure there's nothing left on the table, wiping down the table, rinsing things that were too dirty because your kids didn't scrape their plates properly because they either don't know how to or they're trying to avoid eating those last bits of onions and peppers on their plates. How about getting the pots and pans into the sink or the dishwasher as opposed to them being on the stove or the table, wherever you dish down? And of course, the washing up, and let's not forget dishing out your leftovers in the exact right size container for it, as opposed to the first thing that falls out of the Tupperware cabinet on them. See, that is, again, a fairly large list. Not maybe as big as the pre-separate prep, but by the time you add in cleaning off the baby, cleaning off the high chair, and making sure that they use the appropriately stained container. If you made curry spaghetti sauce, you might not want them to use your lovely new one that you just bought. Especially if you're concerned about fridge space, don't use my giant soup container. I'm going to make soup later this week. You've been overseeing quite a lot. Yes, it will take a little bit of time to train people, and you'll be spending a little extra time telling them, this container, not that one. Remember, use your eyes. Do you think it has enough room to fit? If you think it's close, get the bigger size container. Go back and check the table. Is there anything left? Well, that's in the middle of the table. It's not my job. Well, I asked you to clean the table. That means you have to go and reach everything. Well, I can't reach it. Well, then sit on the chair and reach over. You're a mom, you know the drill. But again, if they're 5 and older, you can definitely have people scrape plates. You may have someone who thinks it's great fun to rinse a plate, especially if you let them do the sprayer attachment thing as opposed to the ordinary running water. Some parties in this household really enjoy that. Loading the dishwasher. Again, you can even have your older, more responsible ones load breakable plates. That's perfectly fine. You'll have to invest a little bit of time teaching them, the right way to put them in the dishwasher, and don't put breakable mugs next to each other, stagger them with the plastic ones, stuff like that. But hey, it's life skills. And eventually, after a couple weeks of this, depending on how fast your kids learn and how old they are, of course, your 5-year-old will probably take more training than your 10-year-old. You will find out that, guess what? You can say, I will be getting the baby down, and I will scoop the messy spaghetti or curry sauce, and I will let you scoop the pasta. And then if the pot is really big and heavy, then maybe I will put that in the dishwasher, or I will start that in the sink. But you can turn the water on to soak it. and I will wash it later. You get to wash the easy items or the non-breakables, and I will wash the breakables that didn't need to go in the dishwasher. And I will set out, maybe a certain size of Tupperware for you to put, the frozen veggies that were left over in, and I'll give you the lid for your Tupperware that had the baby carrots or the raw veggies, and say, please press down the sides, and please put it in the fridge where we keep the leftovers. So you might want to zone in the fridge for that, or you can just, tell them shove it in, you'll take care of it later. This way you have an army of helpers. One person being told, wipe down the table. One person being told, clear off everything on the table, get it to the dishwasher. Someone else standing at the sink, catching plates, kind of being the spot checker. Hey, you can't put that in the dishwasher type of thing. They get to rinse and say, now it's good enough to go in. Someone else scooping leftovers if it's not too messy. Otherwise, you clean up the baby and then you go scoop leftovers. And then your older kids see about doing dishes, or throw as much as you can in the dishwasher. And if all that's left are a few really hard to scrub things or like the really sharp knives, then you go and do dishes for like 2 minutes, and just get it all done. That way, you are not sitting there doing 8 separate things, going, I spent all this time cooking the meal, and now you run off and play, and I spent all this time cleaning up after the meal, again and again and again. Once you feel like it's more of a many hands make light work scenario, your mentality gets a lot lighter, you feel much less resentful, going, this is a team effort. Yes, maybe it's my job and my household division of responsibility to feed you, but it doesn't have to be a literally, I do every single thing for you. I'm not the butler, maid, and personal chef. Rather, I am the person who is responsible with getting the entree to the table and training you how to have good manners and how to help out a family and learn these things. So get an army of little helpers, and that will significantly lighten your meal prep and your meal cleanup. Because 5 and up, they can definitely do some small things for you, even if it's just all the plastic baby and kidware being set on the table for serving and being taken to the dishwasher afterwards. That is still half, or well over half, of the people at your table. That is still a big help. Okay? So we're not actually done with our series yet. I have a few bonus tips for you. So I will see you Monday with more tips on how to lighten your mom life. Have a great day, guys.